Thank you for joining us on Graps TV. I'm your host, the Matty Man, and this is your AEW Dynamite Preview. I'd like to welcome all you wrestling fans today to another electrifying episode of AEW Dynamite, airing live tonight from the Chartway Arena in Norfolk, Virginia, as we inch closer to All In. On August 25th at London's Wembley Stadium, tensions are high and the stakes couldn't be higher. Tonight we witnessed the return of the Young Bucks as they finally defend their AEW World Tag Team Championships against the Acclaimed after months of absence and controversy. Will the EVPs maintain their grip on gold, or will Max Caster and Anthony Bowens become the new heart and soul of AEW, which I'm not even going to think that. My thoughts tonight on that match are pretty simple. I like the Acclaim to go over. I really do. I like them to go completely over on this one because I have a feeling the EVPs want to have a different type of assignment at All In as opposed to actually defending the titles. So for that situation right there, I am actually going to predict the Acclaim going over the Young Bucks. In women's action, Mercedes Moné puts her TBS championship on the line against Hikaru Shida. With Camille lurking in the shadows, can the CEO fend off the challenge, or will Shida claim the title and shake up the road to Wembley? That is the biggest question of the night for me. While I personally think that Mercedes Moné goes over on this one and takes the title to Wembley, I'm not totally thinking that Shida doesn't have a chance to actually pull this off, because Mercedes would indeed have a title to go to Wembley with, and it would just have to be a Forbidden Door scenario where she would defend it against somebody else. But as far as the TBS title, I'm not 100% sure Hiroshita will go over. I'm really thinking that Mercedes Moné goes over with some, main roster interference, so to speak, from Camille. That's kind of how this thing seems to be shaken up for me. Britt Baker is back from a suspension that never happened, and she's got her sights set on Camille. So maybe, just maybe, Britt Baker becomes the, for whatever reason, it's a weird dichotomy when you're doing kayfabe professional wrestling. It just kind of feels like to me that Britt Baker is going to somehow keep Camille from interfering in the match, which could have a little bit of effect on Mercedes Moné and Hikaru Shida. But I do see a match setting up for Britt Baker, as otherwise known as the Ceiling, with Camille. We'll see how it is. We will see a setup for a clash next week, is what they're saying. But I'm not 100% sure that it's going to happen next week. Could very well happen at another stage, so to speak. But either way, I like that match getting set up. AEW World Champion Swerve Strickland faces Wheeler Yuta in a non-title bout. As Bryan Danielson's retirement looms, will Swerve use this match as a tune-up for his All-In main event, or will Yuta pull off the upset? Here's where I'm thinking about this, because this is the only thing that makes any legitimate sense at all in this entire match. The only purpose I can see for this match whatsoever. Wheeler Yuta pulls off the upset. That's one I'm calling tonight. I'm calling the upset. The Casino Gauntlet match at All In promises future title implications. Tonight, Orange Cassidy, Roderick Strong, and Kyle O'Reilly vie for the coveted #1 spot. Who will emerge victorious in this high-stakes three-way dance? I've got Roderick Strong. He's the only one out of those three that makes sense to me. However, Tony may see it completely differently and let Orange Cassidy go over. My call tonight, though, is Roderick Strong. I'm going with Roderick Strong on that one. Claudio Castagnoli confronts AEW Continental Champion Okada. Will the Rainmaker accept Claudio's challenge for a title match at All In as opposed to after All In? I don't see a way around it, because right now we're only sitting on 6 matches, maybe 7. That would be match number 8. We're already figuring that All In is going to be stacked and packed with at least 15 to 18 matches. So they got a long way to go in a short time to get there. So I'm thinking that Okada will accept it and they will move it to All In. I don't see why they wouldn't. Mariah May is going to present her film on Dynamite after Tony Storm's ominous message last week. Will May turn the tables or will Storm continue her reign of terror? I'm looking for a flub up on this from Tony Storm. I don't I the way this is the feud of the year, by the way. They just happen to be women. This is the feud of the year for me. I'm guessing that Tony Storm somehow interferes with the actual viewing and a fight breaks out and they have to split them back up again. Hook will be back tonight looking for retribution. 1 year after winning the FTW Championship belt at Wembley, will he challenge Chris Jericho to reclaim glory at All In? I see that one coming a mile away. If you don't, I do. And we need to keep an eye out for Jon Moxley, who has been absent but is prominently featured tonight. Will Ospreay's also looking for MJF. Christian Cage's authority is questioned. I think tonight we get that trios match. We get the three-way dance between the Patriarchy, the Bang Bang Gang, and the House of Black. I think Tony makes that match official and puts the chef's kiss on it with a no DQ. Falls count anywhere, no DQ. That's what I'm looking for out of Tony tonight. And that's all the predictions I've got tonight. So tune into AEW Dynamite to witness all this and more as the road to All In heats up. Don't miss a second of it. It's going to be live on TNT. And I will have my recap show for that tomorrow morning, just as soon as I possibly can get up and get to it. I'm looking forward to everything. Y'all have a great day and let's enjoy the matches.